Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine's back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're getting back into the world of Marvel. This is Captain America, Brave New World. And look, I've just decided that after the last couple of Marvel movies we've done, I am going in with no expectations.
In DC.
Or DC. Because the last couple of things I've watched, I heard they were bad, and I love them. A couple of things said they were good, I didn't care for them. So in this one, I don't know what to expect. I just hope to be entertained.
I think you will be entertained. This will be a fun one to watch. I cannot wait. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able. Hey, I even got my encyclopedia back for you guys for this one as well. Didn't need it for Deadpool Wolverine.
Just in case somebody needs a refresher on who Captain America is.
Well, it's not Steve Rogers,
Yeah.
so you need a refresher.
We do know that. Yeah, look, huge Captain America fan. I love all the Avengers type stuff. I know this is different-ish, but look, I'm excited for this one, and can't wait to see what we get.
You should really clarify, Oak, if this is your first time watch.
This is my first time ever watching this particular movie. I have seen previous Captain America films. I watched a trailer. I know who Captain America is. I have Captain America t-shirts, but this is my first time watching this full feature-length film.
Yeah, same here. First time watch right here. Can't wait to see what we get into. If let's just hope, like Mason Quinn said, I'm just entertained. Let's go!
I just don't trust anybody anymore after everyone said Kraven was so terrible, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
Kraven was awesome.
that's what I'm saying, man. Everybody said it sucked. Like, no, not for me. I liked it.
Hey, that's why entertainment's subjective, Mason.
They hold it to a higher standard.
Yep.
They just always want to shit on Sony. That's why. It's true. Can't wait for us to watch
Sir,
Morbius.
1 minute warning.
Heard anything from Betty, from my daughter?
No, sir.
I want to know.
It's got Triple H out there doing the warm-up.
America has spoken in one of the most important elections. The threats we face show no signs of slowing down, but the only way we can overcome them is together.
Tonight, President Ross embraced the theme
President Ross.
Wow, Spectrum News getting the
President-elect.
Here you go, Cap. Money away. It's on the house.
Ross was criticized for what some called an unwarranted outburst during a press conference. Collateral damage believing was his relentless pursuit of
Do it live. They are who we thought they were.
Oh, they are showing it for
That's the Edward Norton version.
Yeah.
Dr. Betty Ross, Bruce
there's,
Banner's
Liv.
ex-girlfriend. He managed to shift the narrative and silence his harshest critics by apprehending the man responsible for the abomination.
Is Tim Roth going to be in this?
Said the same. Oh, man.
Well, holy shit, they got him back. Kind of I like that little intro there.
How are we looking down there? Well, Serpent mercenaries entered with a package about an hour ago. Eagle One is entering the target airspace now. I'll pull the compound's covert entry points.
Got some boosters on there. I think you still owe me a Coke, don't you, Oak?
Oh, nice.
Look at this.
Sam, SEAL team is 6 minutes out.
Copy that.
6 minutes? Bullshit. This thing will be over in 2.
He's not going to need them.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
They charge
Look
up.
at that.
Release it.
That was awesome with the vibranium.
That's like Kevin Bacon in X-Men.
There's a gift from the Wakandans.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I heard even the wrapping paper was made of vibranium. No, man, I'm kidding. Come on. Package is the priority.
Have the SEALs track down the package.
I'm on the hostages. That's Sidewinder. He's the head of Serpent. He's
Hey!
not supposed to be here.
Pollo loco.
Gus is back. Well, not really, but.
¿Dónde está el comprador? ¿Dónde está el comprador?
Captain America's here. Do you cop?
Is he only going to be in this for like 3 minutes?
Barely an inconvenience.
Love the red shirts.
Ooh. Oh! Cinder block to the head.
Wait, you had to use it more than once?
Say that! I will shoot them.
No se preocupe.
Nice.
Serpent's getting farther away with the canister, Sam, and Sidewinder's headed to the chapel.
All right, this time.
But don't get yourself killed. No dying, copy that.
Here we go. Let's see his.
Oh, no.
Fire didn't show. Looks like you need better clients. You have bigger concerns.
Ooh. Who's this meathead?
I don't know, but he's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Captain America, I dreamt of killing who's bigger than you.
Roadhouse.
I could do this all day. Look at him just laughing. Gut-wrench power bomb.
Hard.
By the way, Quinn, I'll say that's an ode
Oh, you gotta watch out for those stumps.
I will say that's like an ode to the 80s classics that you're used to.
Oh, absolutely.
Sam, package is secured.
Oh,
Got him.
Thing's puncture resistant.
got to take out his need.
Need a minute.
All right, son, a little injury. I like it.
Yeah. He had to do it old school. No super serum for him.
Steve Rogers.
Keep your face always to the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you.
She's still not speaking with you?
No, I don't think I'm going to get another shot.
Package is secure and en route to the U.S.
It's a weird place for a handoff, right? Wide open, soft perimeter.
Contract was anonymous, 50 mil to steal the canister en route to Japan and show up here and meet the buyer.
Something's fishy here.
I did not die. And people are saying I did not die in style. People.
What people?
Everybody.
Oh, they kept it in frame.
Yep.
Look, if I'm going to be Falcon, I got to know everything.
In no way are you ready for that. I got a guy who'll teach you the fundamentals from the ground up.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
it was going to be
it's
John Cena.
Pretty boy.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
I'm the new Falcon. So what are we doing here? Orthopedics? Oh,
Oh, shit.
Remember, he was a,
Yep.
well, is super soldier.
it is a pleasure to meet you. Your missions in Korea are legendary.
United States government threw me in prison for 30 years.
Thanks, that sucks. Can we start?
No super soldier serum.
Oh,
That's one. That's two.
Captain America doesn't get to take 5. Let's go.
Oh, you still got the
No, I don't.
plastic.
Yeah.
he's like, no,
Yeah, I'll hold for the president.
Oh, he heard that.
Where are you going?
Well, he's not a fan of the government if he's been thrown in
Talk
the
about it.
prison for 30 years.
Kareem! That's our guy.
Almost as good as Lou Elson.
We're talking about Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Captain America stands for people like him. You've got no business working for the government.
It gives people hope. I have a friend who works in the White House. She'll let me know if Ross starts acting out of turn.
Will she?
Pulling that counseling bullshit on me.
I know Ross will never change, but he is the president. He invited Joaquin and I to the White House, and I said under one condition, if he extended an invitation to you as well. It would mean a lot to me if you were there.
We saw the trailer.
I told you I was going to get you out of those sweats. Look at you now, man.
Looks like he belongs on NFL prime time.
Cap over here.
Like a half-hearted wave.
That's my new wallpaper. Look at that.
Pretty good.
That's good.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah, I airdrop it to you right now.
Wilson,
Folks,
can you give us a room? Retrieving that canister might just have saved this treaty. I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
Why the change of heart?
I represent all Americans now. Hell, half of them wouldn't even be here without the Avengers.
And when we disagree on how to manage a situation, what happens then?
Figure it out together.
Yeah. Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Very diplomatic.
Sam Wilson, Prime Minister Ozaki.
Stand a little bit closer.
We'll show the world a better way forward.
Smells like bullshit to me.
Smells like bullshit to me. These guys don't trust Harrison Ford, Oak. How's that make you feel?
I don't trust them not trusting him.
The President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
When the celestial mass emerged, we squabbled over it. What was found inside that island is nothing short of the discovery of the millennium. Its potential applications in tech, in medicine, are immeasurable. I present to you adamantium.
Their introduction.
So where's Wolverine in this timeline?
Refined sample. It's been recovered and is in a secure location.
Is this the first time adamantium's been introduced in the MCU?
Unless you count Deadpool Wolverine, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
with
enormous.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Ran
Yeah.
Marvel.
Together, we can produce enough adamantium to fairly distribute it around the world. No nation will be left behind. Sit down.
Oh, no.
Oh, he just got activated.
Oh. Yep, this is what we saw.
Look at how just robotic his
Yeah,
face
he's
turned, too.
just a Terminator.
The music set him off or what?
Yeah. Oh, it's not just him.
There's plants.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Look at Isaiah's looking like the Terminator.
Whoa!
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's his protocol now?
What's happening?
Ah, he snapped out of it now.
Yep.
But you gotta stop.
I can't go back inside, Sam. What's my suit?
So after all these years, something was still able to set him off.
But who knew about it?
Yeah, who knew the music to play?
Interesting.
Wow. He stays. Everybody else out.
And now the door closes.
Can we have a minute?
Meet Ruth Betzeroff, my security
Is she a
advisor.
super soldier?
Well, she threw a guy
I
like
was going to say, she has to be.
There were 5 shooters. Isaiah was one of them. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
Sir, Isaiah looked like he wasn't in control. He had no idea where he was. Let me investigate.
I know how important Bradley is to you, but consider the optics.
You didn't see the first part of the movie?
Conducts a personal investigation of a friend.
Isaiah sacrificed everything for this country. He had no reason to do this.
He had every reason. Experimented on for 30 years.
I'm afraid that offer
She knows
expired
quite a
when your
bit.
friend tried to kill me. You shouldn't even be in these situations. You're not Steve Rogers.
Whoa.
You're not even John Walker.
You're done.
This is bullshit, and you know it.
This is politics.
Told you it was all bullshit.
Came a long way from wanting to restart the Avengers.
Ross is on his own side. He always has been.
Don't be that guy, one who has to do it the hard way.
Looks like I am that guy.
No, that's a line. That's an 80s line right there.
I'm
So
sure
those
that
must be to keep him calm.
I'm sure they're just mints.
Just 5 minutes, Captain.
Look me in the eye. Tell me you didn't conspire to kill Ross. Is there anything you remember?
I got a haircut, picked my suit up at the cleaners, and came to you. One moment I'm sitting there, the next I'm standing in that park. The last thing I want is for this to touch you. There ain't no escaping from me this time. You want to help me?
Of course.
Don't come back.
Wow.
I like those camera shots right up in their face like that.
Sergeant Payumo, get me a copy of the conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
And good work with Wilson. Let me know if he pays another visit.
Oh.
She's totally behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least they want
Sure
at least
looks
me to think it.
Sure looks evil.
You see any strangers talking to Isaiah?
No, well, we got there, took a picture.
Oh, whoa, Sam, I think I got something. His phone is like flashing at him. Oh shit,
And
I got the
that
same
person-
thing happening to one of the other shooters.
Huh.
Well, look at that.
What the hell?
Okay, she's not behind it.
She's behind something.
The prisoner is in his cell.
Do we have eyes on the bastard?
I'm looking at him right now, sir.
Thank you, Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. President.
He ain't looking
Oh,
at
he's
shit.
shady too.
He ain't looking at no.
Yep.
I keep going back to Mexico. Why hire Serpent if you have no intention on collecting? The buyer must be watching us somehow. Ruth bats are off. Ross is security advisor. Find out what you can about her.
Copy that.
I'll call you back later.
Yeah, because we don't trust her.
Product placement there for AEV.
Would you see the can of fucked up?
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Nice shot.
That was not professional grade.
Target eliminated. Stand by for proof of death.
GMC and Chevy.
Oh, whoa.
Got him.
Oh.
Oh!
No way you came all the way from Mexico just to blow up my car.
He just field strips his AKs.
Oh! Nice.
Oh.
That was
Sneaky, sneaky.
Desperate without you here.
Oh!
got him. Oh! Dude, the amount of wrestling moves we've done so far is fantastic.
Well done, Captain.
Yeah.
Not going to like what's coming next.
Oh, they're not showing his big old head yet. Well, no spoilers. I don't know who that is.
If you've seen Ed Norton's Hulk, you've seen him.
Norton Hulk?
Yeah,
Then yeah.
but dude, I don't remember.
I was almost killed in your home yesterday.
This treaty is too important to let it fall apart now.
We'll need Japan to proceed.
Osaki and I go back a long way.
All right, Mr. President, we'll remain patient. But if you don't, we'll have to take measures into our own hands.
Our own hands. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sidewinder tracked me down. He's in police custody now.
For how long?
Last call. Trace it.
Ross's advisor, Ruth Batsara, she was born in Israel and trained in the Red Room. She's ex-widow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Isaiah had Ross in his crosshairs.
Why go through all that trouble just to not kill Ross?
Oh, shit.
I think I located Sidewinder's last caller.
Unless
It's in the middle of
Ross set
nowhere,
it
West
up.
Virginia, it's just like near some forest. Database only shows one name, Camp Echo 1. Do you think it's military?
Yep. It's a place they send you and you never leave.
Well, what's this suit now?
Isaiah Bradley's in holding cell 14. The other shooters are in 15.
Whoa!
Drop your weapon!
Oh! Oh! Those are the other two soldiers.
He
There's
was
the
looking,
song.
Call me Mr. Blue.
Is you finally going to put two and two together here?
Peloton.
You tell her I did the whole 5 miles. Because our international partners, this treaty's toast.
Look at Ford all ripped up.
Do we have eyes on Wilson?
He left the base a few hours ago with Joaquin Torres.
Get a team. Pick him up. Bring him in.
He's really changed his attitude.
Told you it's bullshit.
Oh, shit. They just shut up Isaiah's prison.
The buyer's pretty smart, but we're not taking the bait.
Cooper, what's happening?
Mr. President, as a precautionary measure, I have moved the prisoner to...
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
President Ross. I miss our little visits. I wanted my life back, but it's too late for that now. I'm making my own choices now. Everyone will know just who you are.
The hell's going on?
Putting you in solitary.
I ain't going in a box ever again. You still think I had something to do with all this?
I don't know.
He's gonna do a Superman with those cuffs.
Watch,
He
the
could.
music's going to start playing over her bro's walkie-talkie.
I need you to drop whatever you're doing. Camp Echo 1's been compromised.
Damn, they're not even there yet, and they already know.
Yeah, they...
Like, well, making the calls early, I guess is what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, they got the old Hummer EV with the frunk.
Telescopes must be a facade.
Oh, our little buddy's back.
That Red Wing is using some pretty advanced
We
AI.
gotta get past the guards. We gotta do the door manually.
This red lighting on these satellites remind me of good old Walking Dead.
Oh, it makes it sinister.
15 seconds. Try.
Seems a little sketchy. Oh, that's a heavy-duty door.
Trying to make it Hulk proof, or
Why is there a lab in this prison?
That was this place.
Those monitors right there.
About to find out. Samuel Stearns.
Some creepy tech in here.
All the Look at that. Everyone at the White House that night.
Ah, look who's compromised.
In
I
pill
think
form,
Thaddeus
3 per
set
day.
up the assassination attempt on
Do
himself.
not exceed 3 per day.
The world needs this treaty.
So used to taking whatever he wants by force. How else to explain your theft of adamantium?
I'm a fool to negotiate with someone so naive. Why would I order Captain America to retrieve it?
I suppose we will never know the truth. Whatever game you're playing, Japan wants no part in it. Don't test us, Mr. President.
We still have the world's largest military, right? just checking.
Well, clearly, it's not an option here, Quinn.
I know.
He's figured out a way to plant commands into people's subconscious using flashes of light.
And that's more important. Take risks.
Wasn't half bad looking, was I?
Get the reveal. They're gonna show us.
Samuel Stearns, you're the buyer. Indeed. Why do you want to kill Ross?
He imprisoned me here without a trial after an infusion of gamma warped the structure of my brain.
Oh.
Ooh.
If I wanted Ross dead, he'd be dead.
You're hurting a lot of people, including my friend.
Why are you protecting him? Let me finish my work.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Oh, so wait a minute. He stepped right into the...
This is messed up, man. It's not even their choice. I know.
Nice.
Try
Like
to
that.
neutralize.
It's not even their choice.
Yeah. Oh, they got those Demolition Man sticks.
Oh!
Yeah, Oak hasn't seen it, so he doesn't know what
Wow.
What a loser.
way to give a potential spoiler.
It's not that big of a spoiler, but
Thanks.
Are we supposed to know who Stearns is?
he's from the Edward Norton.
He's from the
He's the
Edward-
one where the gamma dripped on his head at the end, so he gets even more intelligent than what he is because the gamma goes right to his brain.
Oh.
See if you got him long enough. Oh shit!
More.
Oh, wow. We got, what, 8 of them?
Stand down!
Oh, look who's here.
I'm taking them in. I'll deal with this too.
Wait, so she said she's taking care of these two and then proceeds to whip everybody's ass?
Remember, she didn't know right away that they were like that until they all turned and started walking towards her.
Yeah.
Freeze!
Oh, it's okay.
We have orders to take Captain America into custody. You're under arrest for trespassing on restricted government property. Get them out of here.
And we just told him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Got it.
Dude, Sam is so lucky that they went for mid shots.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm always
Not
in
lower
fear
body.
when he's in battle.
We're trying to determine the point of the breach.
I need some time alone.
We don't have much time, sir. He intends to secure the adamantium for himself.
Jesus.
We are going to lose. We need to regroup and we can figure out a different.
He's going to lose it.
Oh, here we go.
Better take another minute.
Might miss our opportunity.
They're going to tease it.
They never should have revealed Red Hulk in the trailer. What a mistake.
I know.
Epic
We
mistake.
would be waiting for it.
I mean,
Because you know everything now.
I'm not going home empty-handed.
Make the call!
I want to be en route to the Indian Ocean within the hour.
If a war breaks out,
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president.
Oh, jeez.
I am the danger.
You say Ross's orders was to take us into custody, so I called in a favor.
Brass never makes it down here.
There we
Terminal set up, ready to go.
I should be able to run the program that blocks the light signals that Stearns has been sending out to control people.
Are you crazy?
Oh, testing it.
All good here.
I'm amazed you're still standing.
Kevlar weed, I presume? Perks of the job. Samuel Stearns. Gruesome fella.
Yeah.
You know, it was my old unit that found Stearns. They said he'd been infected with Bruce Banner's blood.
What did it give him?
A mind capable of impossible calculations. Ross being Ross, he saw an opportunity. He upped the dose.
Ross told Stearns he'd let him go once he became president.
And yet, here we are.
If you break out of Allenwood, I'll find you.
When?
Ross is not that man anymore. None of us have to be defined by our past.
We need to get to D.C. and tell Ross what Stearns is planning.
He's on the USS Milius. They just moved into the Indian Ocean. Japan's warships are also in proximity.
Suit up. Oh boy, who's this?
What do you mean who?
Well,
Oh, you mean him?
Yeah.
Admiral.
Who's at the door?
Oh.
Well, that was wasn't expecting that.
That's why I was like, who is it? Just an admiral he just took out?
Red shirt. Well, this should be fun. Yeah, dig in the suit. Dig in the suit.
Let me do the talking or you'll never listen.
I haven't seen Ross like this since the Army.
You better snap out of it because whatever Stearns is planning is happening soon.
I want to flee. F-18 is ready to catapult.
A fleet of F-18s?
Going serious.
We've uncovered intel at Camp Echo 1 that could put millions of lives at risk. I'm happy to have this conversation in public.
Japan's supposed to be around. Jackal, do you copy?
There it is, man.
Oh, shit.
Stearns has been pulling the strings on everything. Have you been feeling like yourself lately?
Very red.
As a matter of fact.
Well, the logs show that you visited Camp Echo 1 numerous times.
Ridiculous.
Mr. President, answer the question.
Why? Because I was dying, God damn it!
Okay, so that's the pills.
And in return, I gave him hope that he might get his life back. After your friend the Hulk of the Abomination destroyed Harlem, someone had to take the fall. Stearns was just collateral damage.
I needed somebody.
Yep.
But he never forgave me for sending the army after Banner. I had to survive so that my daughter knew that there was more to her father.
I know what it's like to feel you have something to prove. Everyone only seeing one thing.
Yeah.
It's not about when times are easy. It's about moments like this.
He's nailing the Captain America speeches.
Mr. President,
what's
two
going
of
on
our
with those?
F-18s just fired on the Japanese
Yep.
fleet.
Keep hailing those pilots. Damage to Japanese fleet minimal.
Minimal? The F-18s?
Oh, I'm back here.
We tried, sir. Jackal and Whiskey won't respond.
Stearns got to our pilots before I shut down the system.
Stay close and don't get yourself killed.
No dying. Copy that.
That's total 80s line.
Well, that's the second time.
Chigaida, taking Janai.
Oh.
Jackal's headed towards the
Give me
Japanese
tone. Give me
fleet.
tone.
Shit, you're not sending more fighters up. We need Japan to see we're trying to de-escalate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's not gonna be a pass on that one.
Launch intercept missiles.
Two got through. Take the one on the right. Red Wing, little help.
There's our guy. Look at that. Oh.
I'm digging Red Wing.
Yeah, MVP. Oh, that was close. He surfed on it. That's got to be a throwback to some comics or something.
We're being manipulated.
Certainly. By you.
He's trying to bring them down now, sir.
Who gives them their commands?
Mr. President.
Oh, he's going to pop.
Why don't you just let it out?
Are you all right, sir?
Joaquin, Whiskey's coming at you. Copy that.
Oh.
Once we're done, you gotta teach me your move.
Altitude.
Whiskey's away. Send rescue.
Roger, sending rescue. We have 2 Japanese fighters coming up on your tail.
All that hatred you try to hide, smoldering
How's he?
behind the eyes.
Talking through the.
Because he has the Admiral's phone. Yeah.
Poison me.
Oh,
Stop taking
boy.
the pills then.
Hit the brakes, you'll fly right by.
I got one. Go after the other. Back off. I'll get it.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Dude, what does that remind you of now?
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin's down. I'm going after him. You have to stop Jackal. I'm putting an end to this now.
Give in to your rage.
Civil War again. And Top Gun.
Yep.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
Making him do kamikaze.
Let the monster inside you out.
Well, that was intriguing.
Yeah.
But now where's
the plane gonna go? Grappling hooks.
Nothing can stop you, Ross.
Oh.
You can crush them all.
Oh.
Mr. President?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Get Ozaki back on the line. We can fix this.
Little plan didn't work, you little jerk.
Look what you did.
Oh.
So, one-winged angel.
U.S. Air Force Captain Joaquin Torres was shot down during the skirmish.
Oh, wow. I didn't think he got it that bad.
Suction.
Oh, the burn. Yeah, it blew up right on him. He doesn't have the same suit, obviously, as Sam does.
It's a private room. Go away.
Missed you too.
Hey!
All right. Right on. Hell yeah. Look who's back.
I'm glad you're here.
You look good out there on that 6 o'clock. This isn't your fault.
I should have took this serum because this is all starting to seem much bigger than me. Steve made a mistake.
He gave you that shield, not because you're the strongest, but because you're you. You think if you had that serum, you'd be able to protect all the people you care about. Steve had it, and he couldn't.
I'm glad they addressed that.
Mm-hmm.
Steve gave people something to believe in, but you give them something to aspire to.
Did your speechwriters help you with that?
They did, yeah, the ending a little bit. Did you like it? Listen, I gotta catch a plane. I have a campaign fundraiser. It's so stupid.
Campaign?
It's gonna be all right, man.
Is he a politician now?
He's got that little American flag pin. He's in a suit.
Future Congressman James Buchanan Barnes.
There we go.
Isaiah Bradley is said to go before a military judge tomorrow.
I need some air.
Facing a possible death sentence.
Oh no, this isn't going to go good for him.
Okay, it's a training facility.
Pills you gave me are loaded with gamma radiation, engineered to be absorbed into the blood.
That's how he did it. Wow.
Oh no.
Oh.
When I turn this dial, it will disrupt your heartbeat.
Oh, no. Not this guy. This guy was cool.
Who are you? I'm the hero.
No!
Oh, come on.
Hello?
She picked up.
Hi. How are you?
I'm sorry, I should have called after the attack at the White House.
I know I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm trying to change, to be a better person.
Look at that. Picture of Harrison Ford.
Maybe we could take a walk sometime.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Okay. I love you.
You know, I was wondering if we were actually going to get her in this.
Yeah. I like that scene a lot, though, because it does give you a different side that he's going through, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
When I took office, I promised we would create a true, lasting peace. We begin to realize that promise.
Captain America.
Oh, boy.
I'm forced to turn myself in to get what I want. We both want the same thing, for the world to see Ross as he truly is.
Oh, boy.
Red time.
Here we go.
Didn't kill him when you had the chance at the White House. Indian Ocean wasn't about starting a war. You wanted to destroy his legacy.
Yes, but you haven't figured out how.
The pills. I got somebody on that, too.
Not anymore, you don't.
Oh. Oh. What a dick.
Why aren't you smiling?
On the ground! You ever use that big brain of yours to consider that maybe you're wrong about Ross?
Want to bet?
Yeah. If I'm right about Ross, you're going to die.
Dr. Samuel Stearns claims you promised him a pardon if he worked on secret government.
Well, that got out pretty quick.
Well, he obviously had that.
Yeah.
I miss our little visits. I wanted my life back, but it's too late for that.
Here we go.
Playing the recording.
You let me rot in this prison.
Leave me alone.
Betty will despise you even more.
Please.
Oh, mention the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. This is so fucking cool. Oh,
there it is.
It's like waiting for the arm in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh,
There we go. Is he really gonna come up from behind the podium?
Since when were they red?
Hey, Chiller, do we fire?
What are you gonna do with those little pop guns? Oh, there goes that.
The graphics are pretty wild for him, or the CGI, whatever you call it.
CGI.
Yeah, not graphics, CGI.
Oh,
yeah, good luck.
Oh.
No, just like as Black Panther. Remember, anytime you took a hit, it would absorb
It was charging, yeah.
That's why they're so charged up after the one
After
hit.
one hit.
It's like Kevin Bacon in First Class.
Oh, that's going to cost a bit to fix.
Oh, look at that shot. We need
Yeah,
red.
they aren't gonna do anything.
Jeez. All you're doing is going to piss him off.
Heavy duty.
Now you're going to piss him off. Jeez.
Oh! Well, it was a drone, so
I didn't even know they
it's gonna
had
hit.
drone helicopters.
Just eating it.
I like that they give him a little bit of a gray chest rug for extra detail.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, right there.
Are we gonna need his daughter to talk him down like she did to
Like
Maybe.
Scarlet.
Maybe.
You can still fight this, Ross. You remember this place? You used to come here with Betty. That didn't work.
Scarlett Johansson. I should have said Natasha.
Yeah.
Come on, little buddies.
You want me? Come and get me.
Lasers to the face.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
There goes one.
Oh, nice.
Good thing for those wings. Oh, there goes number two.
Yep. Oh, it's trashed.
There goes that.
That's over. Oh, shit.
Oh! Well, at least he's got one and a shield.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Sam, okay? Because he didn't have a helmet on.
No.
Sam, are you okay?
Please tell me I knocked that son of a bitch out.
Are they just moving those pieces of concrete like
Yeah, I didn't like that.
they just
I did not like that.
the giant piece of concrete.
Oh, and the concrete was on top of his head, too.
Should have taken that serum. Bucky is full of shit.
He is crushing the one-liners.
We both know you can take me out with one punch, but I don't think you want to do that.
That's a good line because they acknowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know you've done some terrible things.
Don't like the CGI there.
Now, I might be crazy.
That's what is going on right there?
Has to be a reshoot.
Yeah.
Prove it to Betty.
In the back.
Yeah, cherry blossoms.
There we go.
I will say, I do like the small details of the veins and those massive traps for him.
Yeah.
The Army is transferring Stearns to a secure facility. We should get you to the hospital.
There's somewhere we gotta go first. That's 3, old man. I told you I'd get you out.
Took you so long.
We got a little paperwork to fill out, and then you're free to go.
Suit.
Mm-hmm.
The raft.
Well, wasn't this in Civil War, I believe?
Oh, yeah, where they had them all locked up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley got out.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
It seems Stearns raised the level of gamma in those pills over time. It led to
my little tantrum. Good solid wall sees.
Japan decided to uphold the treaty, by the way. The Ozaki-Ross Accords.
All right.
Well, they kept the rules.
Looks like you have another visitor.
Oh.
Oh, is this her?
Liv Tyler going to show up?
Betty?
Yeah, it is!
Hey,
Right.
we did get her.
Nice.
I have to give you a rain check on that walk.
We could just sit and talk for a little while.
I like that.
All right. Nice.
Back to Baltimore?
I got Ruth and me tickets for tonight's game, courtside.
I'm happy you found a friend as grumpy as you are to be.
Say it again.
I want to know if that was in the script.
Falcon awakens.
I'm sorry, I screwed up. Get out of here. You never messed up like I have.
Oh, he said the same thing about Cap.
If I'm not on point, I feel like I let down everyone else who was fighting for a seat at that table. That's pressure, man. Makes you wonder if you'll ever just be enough.
I only ever got to see heroes online. And I kept thinking maybe if I get out of Miami, maybe one day I could be.
Don't say Ant-Man.
I want to be you. That guy won't ever give up.
Control your spin. Then hit your thruster before you kick.
So you get shot out of the sky more often.
Yeah, you will. Make sure the suit's ready, because Ross was right about one thing. The world needs the Avengers.
I wasn't thinking about it before, but now that you bring it up, since the wings are damaged, the Wakanda's on speed dial, it could get me a hookup.
You're going to ask the Wakandans for a hookup.
Yeah.
That is the most Miami thing.
He's got to save the world.
Told you were going to lose that bet. You killed a lot of good men trying to get your revenge.
This world you would die to save. It's coming. I've seen it in the probabilities. All you heroes, do you think you're the only ones? Do you think this is the only world? We'll see what happens when you have to protect this place from the others.
No shit. Like, look at everything they just fought. Yeah, I honestly didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even say not that bad to describe it. Again, I'm a casual Marvel fan in the sense that because of the channel, I've watched, all the Marvel movies and shows that we've done that you folks have seen us go through. There's a couple out there I'm still missing, but the ones that I have seen, it's only been the one time through. So I know they heavily reference the Eternals in here. I barely remember what happened in the Eternals, so you'll have to forgive me if there's some things I miss. I do remember, of course, the giant statue in the ocean, but the fact that it was made out of, or that had adamantium in it, which is like, as soon as you hear adamantium, you're like, all right,
What do you think about
give me
that?
what I want, give me Wolverine, So that was really cool. But what I liked about this movie is that it was kind of its own compact story, and I guess if I had a gripe, the biggest gripe I have is, and I guess it's a double-edged sword, and I want to hear what you folks think, and I want to hear from you guys as well. They never should have showed Red Hulk in the trailer. They never should have gave away that Harrison Ford was indeed Red Hulk. Do something else. Show us another villain, or show us Anthony Mackie and Joaquin, doing stuff, whatever it is. They never should have showed Red Hulk because I think they gave it away.
But they had to.
It was a selling point.
One, it's a selling point. Two, I mean, I guess you're right about if you're a casual, you don't know that he becomes Red Hulk. If you do know who Red Hulk is, you know that he's going to eventually turn into Red Hulk. So it was for the
like
for
in the
trailer,
Marvel lore,
it's
you
kind of
know
a
that
lip. Yeah,
you know that
knew
Ross
Thaddeus
turns into
it.
the Red.
There's a whole like World War Hulk that has him, Hulk. There's Abomination. There's even a cartoon where all of them are together.
But I'm just imagining how.
So I get your point for casual versus if you know in the comics what happens.
Yeah. But I'm just imagining watching this movie and not knowing there's going to be a Red Hulk, and all of a sudden Harrison Ford turns into a Red Hulk. You're like, your mind would be blown, and I think it would be so huge. But again, to your point, Oak, they did have to put that in the trailer to try to sell the people on it. But man, I wish I could have seen this movie without seeing the trailer. I really wish I would have. I wish I never would have seen anything in the trailer, and I would have really, really enjoyed this that much more. That being said, I love this movie. I thought it was great. And I'm critical of Marvel when it calls for it, but I really enjoyed this one. I liked that they addressed the adamantium. I liked that they addressed even going back to when you and I did the series. I'm always afraid with Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America when he's in battle because he doesn't have the serum. He didn't have a super suit for the longest time. He was just a well-trained soldier, that had some skills, and that's what he had to rely on. So I like that they addressed this in this movie. He talked about, I should have took the serum. It would have made a difference. They gave him the suit, with the wings. He got all that previously, but I really like that they addressed that because that's huge for me. Because every time he's in battle, I'm like, one stray bullet, one stray rock, one punch that catches him when he's not looking, and he's dead. That's it. So that was good. To me, this movie truly felt like Anthony Mackie was taking the reins as Captain America and really kind of made it his own. And it felt like a fresh start to that whole story. I think at least for me, I'm able to now fully kind of move on from Steve Rogers and kind of see okay, now there's enough story and we've had the series behind it where now it works. And again, they gave him the suit, which makes him a little bit tougher in battle, which was really good as well. So yeah, for me, I'll kick in some other stuff as we kind of go around the horn here. But
what did you think about Harrison Ford's performance?
Yeah, I thought it was comical at some points where I wasn't sure it was supposed to be, but overall I liked it. I loved the scene where he was on the phone with Liv Tyler, Betty, in the Oval Office. I thought that was fantastic, and I'm glad they put that in there because without that, you're not nearly as sympathetic to Harrison Ford's character. But overall, I thought he did good as the Red Hulk. Like I said, a little bit of moments in there only because Harrison Ford's had such a huge career. I'm waiting for the "get off my plane" or some other Harrison Ford line or a similar delivery that I'm waiting for. But overall, I thought he did fine as well. I thought he was a good Red Hulk. And again, I did see the Edward Norton version of Hulk, but I only saw it the one time, so I didn't even remember our baddie here in there from
the leader.
I just remember a couple of iconic scenes, the fight in the park, etc. So yeah, so for me, I liked it. It felt like a fresh start, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, so the one thing I thought about it was, so right here, you guys can look, right here's the leader in the book. He has a Peyton Manning forehead. They did not give him that in the movie. Instead, they gave him this all bubbly. I would have preferred this because they actually teased that when it happened in the
so
Hulk.
he's supposed to just have a giant head. He's not
forehead.
supposed to have his
That's
brain
how
bubbling out.
His brain has got, he's a real big brain.
I think they went with the brain because it looks kind of gross and disgusting.
It looks, maybe it looks
that would have
scarier.
just looked comical.
Well, would he have looked like? Would he have looked like Megamind if he just had?
Megamind but green.
It's Megamind.
Maybe that.
I wonder if they did that. Hell, let's give him prosthetic. Somebody's like, nope,
guys,
looks like Megamind.
No, but other than that small little gripe, because it's just real small, I just, sometimes you always look to see how accurate they are to the comics. But other than that, I absolutely love this movie. I thought it was really fun. I thought, I don't know if it made the cut or not, but Anthony Mackie, I thought, crushed this role. He did a great job where he was even, when he had the speech where he's like, everyone's expecting you to do something different, but you just got to kind of be you. I'm paraphrasing, because that's what he's always going to get. It even happened right away early in the movie with Harrison Ford, with Thaddeus saying, "You're no Steve Rogers." Well, he's not. It's time for him to be his own Captain America, take it on himself. I loved all the one-liners he had in here throughout the whole movie, where he was, What? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, something else we saw, and he just really captivated the screen. He really he owned it, and he made it his own, and he did a great job at that. And incorporating Joaquin as the new Falcon, so to speak, I thought was great. Samuel Stearns delivered again, being a great leader. Sam Stearns, the actor's name, I lost it. It was up before, but I thought
Stearns.
Stearns is his character.
Yeah.
But I was going to praise the actor because I thought he did a really good job as well, being a baddie, and it was really captivating the way that they would do it, like the old just triggering them, but how he did it with the new technology of flashing on your phone to be able to get them. And I thought that was rather brilliant. And even Isaiah letting him get some shine, showing he's still got it for an old guy
in the gym
at the gym with the gym scene, and even at the White House, and just all the fighting and explosions.
The dog
and everything
fights
was
were
amazing.
awesome.
The dog fights looked fantastic.
That was fun.
I thought this was way better than what a lot of people had been saying and speculated online. I thought it delivered.
Yeah, I mean, look, you get to a point where you've watched as many films as we have, and you kind of just, I think, immediately disregard bad reviews for films.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
That's where I'm at with Marvel.
Was this the most epic superhero movie? No, it wasn't Iron Man 1 for me. It wasn't an Avengers movie. But it was, by no means was this a bad movie. It was entertaining. It had good fight scenes. It had good action. Look, this much, okay? So I want to make it very clear. I'm this much bothered by a couple of, I know there's some scenes, I don't know if it's going to make the cut, that looked like some really bad green screen stuff. And then when they were picking the concrete off, somebody just had it looked like about a 3 foot by about 3.5 piece of concrete. Oh, we're just gonna move that aside here.
There you go.
Diamond Dave's going back to it right now. And it's just we'll just pick up this piece of concrete. And it's yeah, not so much. So other than a few really small nitpicks, the action was good. I thought Harrison Ford did a good job as acting. I thought just grab that piece of that's it right there.
They just kind of slid it back. You could do that. I could pick up a manhole cover.
Yeah,
they could do that.
We know.
Challenge coming toward you.
It was it was an entertaining movie. Again, the action was good. The plot was good-ish. There was you had
misdirection.
You had somebody who wanted to get revenge on the president, and so he set up this tensions between the U.S. and Japan. Which, look, big shout out to the writers of this. Thank you for just saying U.S. and Japan. It's old to see
U.S. and Russia.
Yeah, U.S. and Russia, or there's a Middle East conflict, or North Korea, or something like that. It was okay, Japan. It's been a minute since. I certainly don't want to make light of course, of any historical events, but it's just not a country that we have historically after World War II, of course, any sort of ongoing conflict with. So that was unique. I liked that we had a lot of action from Captain America. I liked the mixed action with Falcon. I'm in the boat as a casual Marvel fan with Mason Quinn, where you want to see your typical superhero. They thought, Bucky's full of shit, I should have taken the serum. I thought that was kind of a fun thing for them to throw in. I'm on the same boat with Answer. The dog fights looked really cool. Yeah, that was good. The CG, which it's so interesting that they had a couple scenes where it's okay, what happened here? Because, look, the CGI with Red Hulk was, I think, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably, and it makes sense because it's the newest one. Mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best CGI I've ever seen with a Hulk. On a Hulk, hands down. I mean,
Endgame I would probably put first. Go back and watch Endgame. You'll question yourself on that.
Well, yeah, and it's been a minute, but it was they did such a good job of making it the Hulk, but look a lot like Harrison Ford still, which was interesting how they did that. Because I think the previous Hulk, I know he did look a lot like Mark Ruffalo when he was always the Hulk.
But and Ed Norton looked like Ed Norton.
Yeah. No, Ed Norton looked like Hulk.
Yeah, Ed Norton looked like
Hulk. His face was not like Ed
I must be misremembering.
You're misremembering.
Same with Eric Bana. It was barely
we don't talk about that Hulk.
Eric Bana? Yeah, that never happened.
You guys didn't like that?
Yeah, no.
That bad?
It had so much promise.
The dogs.
Sorry.
They had Lou Ferrigno in it, so that was good. But look, in any regard, I'm on the fence as far as what Mason Quinn had to say. And Diamond Dave was scrolling through some stuff. We saw some people make some comments having the same sentiment that you like. Imagine how much that would have popped. But that's the trouble with marketing movies, right? Is how much do you give them? And we've said this before on the channel. I've seen movies, Talladega Nights, and I know that's a completely off movie, but Talladega Nights was the worst movie I've ever seen for giving all the funny parts in the previews. It's a hilarious movie. I love that movie. Trust me, I love the movie, but I think just about every funny part that was in the film, they gave you in the previews. And you're like,
Yeah.
Okay. I got to see the full story, but all the really funny parts I already saw. And with action movies and stuff, and of course, we've criticized films for not telling the whole, for misrepresenting.
Like Wonka, with
and then even Kraven the Hunter. I
Kraven.
thought that was like, well, this was so much better than what you led us to believe. Yeah. I think, though, like Answer said, look, one thing that we have to consider as casual fans is that your hardcore fans are going to know that Ross eventually turns into this. It's been how many movies we haven't seen the Red Hulk, so is it going to happen? That pop of like, oh, snap. Yeah. And of course, look, by this time, we probably would have been spoiled by it. Something would have came up on the internet or the face page or whatever, accidentally or otherwise. We do a very, we make a very concerted effort to stay away from spoilers when these big blockbusters come out or any movie that we think we're going to do on the channel. I think that one you would have seen. But again, for audiences that were waiting to see it in the theater, I think it would have been better without it. But yeah, this is a good film for me. I look, you know what? Sometimes if you think it's going to be fun for you, just go see the movie. And I'm glad. Look, we were going to do this in any regard, but part of me wishes it was still in theaters. I would like to go and see some of the Hulk stuff and some of those, especially the dog fights. The dog fights and the audio in the theater had to be pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't think this was that bad. I mean, now when I say that, I'm not saying it's the greatest MCU movie either, but I was entertained. Did it do its job entertaining me? Yes.
Yeah.
Can you nitpick this film? You definitely could. I thought there were, for me and my taste, I thought there was a couple beats that were missed in here, but that wasn't too big of a deal to make or break for me. I do wish, though, and I feel like there was a ton of potential, and I'm going to relate it to Winter Soldier. I feel like this had a ton of potential to go a little darker and a little bit more like in your classic realm of, like I said, Winter Soldier or any kind of espionage fun film. I feel like they could have definitely nailed that here a little bit more.
Do you think if this was about 2:20 instead of 2 hours, we could have gotten a little bit more? You're talking about
extending?
Yeah.
No, I think the runtime.
I think this was I felt like we could have gotten more.
Well, that's what's great about subjectiveness.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
You felt it could add more. I thought the runtime was actually just right.
I thought it was perfect.
I think if they wanted to go darker, they should do that on the next one, because I think this is the movie that they had to have to put Mackie as Captain America. They had the whole series where
they had the 6 episodes.
They had the 6 episodes where he was kind of doubting himself. Maybe the audience was doubting him
here a little bit.
They even addressed it in the movie about being who they expect, or however he said it. And I just think that now that this is in place, they could go darker with the next one, like you want.
Yeah, I feel like there's some people that could say Winter Soldier did win a little dark, but just that overall tone of Winter Soldier, I felt like could have been here. So maybe it doesn't have to go like turn the dial all the way to dark here. But I feel like, and maybe I'm just on an island here, but I feel like Marvel is at a spot now where they can start going that way. And I feel like a lot of people would be more receptive than what they probably think. But I get it. It's under the Disney banner, so I'm sure the studio execs have their fingers all over this, and I'm sure, they've, like this one, right? There was no secret that there was multiple reshoots on this. And actually, I was a little worried of, like, hearing that, and now seeing it, surprisingly, didn't turn out too bad. The two real glaring nitpicks for me was in the Cherry Blossoms. You definitely tell. I feel like that was a huge reshoot they did for those 2-3 scenes, because the CGI green screen there was definitely different.
It was bad.
It was a bit off.
It was different. I'm not going to totally bury it.
They're so nice.
It was
a bit off.
Yeah, it was a bit off.
Sarcasm on with that.
But again, that it helped progress the story. So I'm not going to sit here and it needed to be absolutely like a real shot. But the one other thing I want to nitpick on is the concrete scene too, because Sam didn't have his helmet on, and he was in a lot of concrete. And folks, I've ripped at least to these guys. I don't know if it was on. No, well, there's a couple videos out there where I mentioned like, oh, the stupid stomp on Fast and Furious, and then Jason Statham gets buried in concrete, yet he's out here doing backflips after. Like that's what that scene reminded me of one of the Fast movies with Statham getting buried in concrete and no broken bones. I'm
Street
fine.
fight. Street always wins.
But here we had Sam covered in concrete. I wasn't too like, I know you're nitpicking on the grabbing concrete, but I was more like, why isn't his head? He didn't have like that.
Well, he had the one wing, right? No, because he stabbed that into him. That's right. He
did. And it blew everything.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't have anything.
Again,
nonetheless,
whatever, we get the story progressed. I did like seeing Isaiah in here and actually giving him a little bit more story than what we did in the episodes of the series for it.
It gave him way more character.
More depth. Gave him more depth here. Now, obviously, they set the tone, a really good tone in the episode that he was in. But here they gave us more depth. I did like that they played the music in here a little bit to, trigger those soldiers to do whatever. They needed Sam Stern that he needed them to do. We got a little bit of an intro, which we got to get Mason Quinn caught up on Black Widow, where we get an ex-Widow in here. And I appreciate some of the wrestling moves here. And they did a lot, actually.
They did.
So I was impressed with that.
Gut wrench power bomb, man. That was
as far as Stern goes, gosh, I couldn't connect to feeling like anything towards him. Like I thought it would be he wasn't that imposing, at least for me in this one. It was just like, okay, it was cool to see him for a second, but after that wore off, I was like, oh, okay, well.
The motives were a little muddy, I thought, for a casual fan to kind of have to.
It was just
remember, kind of everything he did. And I guess they did explain it, and I shouldn't say that they didn't. But to your point, I guess
it was just meh for me. Like,
he didn't have that real feeling of like evil revenge that you normally expect.
Like prime example.
Everyone to see how evil Ross.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, sometimes I think sometimes in film they want. You want pain and suffering for you or your family. But I think if you have somebody who's admired and revered and deep down that it's all bullshit and that it's a front, sometimes that is the best revenge. Not some sort of violent, not some sort of take them out, but just, you know what? I want everybody to see you for who you really are.
And they have to live with it.
And then now you have to know that everything's a lie, because that can be worse than a lot of other things. So for me, it was unique writing. I thought the writing for this was pretty good. Like I said, I felt like they could have elaborated a little bit more on a few things. And when I see a Marvel film at this point, like I'm expecting, between 215 and 245, honestly. And when when you're paying the money you're paying now for movies, it's like, hey, it's not 1987 anymore. This thing doesn't have to be 90 minutes, So if they run a little bit longer, but
you brought it up, Diamond Dave. So I'm going to kick it to you. What did you think of Anthony Mackie's one-liners in here that he had?
So sometimes in Marvel, I know you back in the day were picking on it in one of the reactions, but in here, I actually thought it fit. And it's not like they gave us a ton of comedy, and you can kind of I could see definitely nitpicking some of the cheesiness on there because they threw some extra cheese on some stuff, but it didn't totally take me out either, but I did enjoy the one-liners because it was like, all right, that actually fit.
See, the reason I liked them is because he did it after the fight. Like, when I would always criticize the earlier Marvel movies, like they were in peril, they were in danger, they were trying to do something, and then they would have a comedic one-liner. Like, the battle's not over yet. Save that for the finish. But I know you say they always do that in the comics.
Because it is a comic book, but also they did that in every single 80s movie ever where they're in the middle of a fight and they would say cheesy one-liner.
There's a handful.
Well, it would be like, surf's up, pal, and then you hit him with a surfboard.
So
exactly.
So you absolutely love that, but no.
But Yeah, again, I just wish the darkness a little bit picked up, but
Yeah, I mean, I think if I can say anything about this, it's that it way exceeded my expectations and over-delivered and was a lot of fun and definitely sets up a future with Captain America that I think we'll all have a good time with.
I'm excited for...
Oh, you know what I just realized? You need to catch up on Captain Marvel, and then we have yet to watch...
The
Marvels.
Yeah, because we did the series.
We're behind.
We did Miss Marvel, the series.
We did, yeah. And then, folks, just to kind of reiterate again, I know we said it before. Some of the stuff like Black Widow and Captain Marvel, it was Answer and I just giving these guys like quick, or Quinn at least,
quick hitters,
cliff notes.
Yeah, I've seen Black Widow and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, so for me, look, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 answers. A lot of fun. Definitely better than what I heard the rumors of it supposedly being. No problems with it here, folks. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And like you said, Oak, it wasn't the big over-the-top like Iron Man peak level of Marvel or like a Thor, one of the really good Thors or whatever. So nonetheless,
real quick, did this film feel like it was just a stepping stone to the next one, you guys? Or were you as invested enough into the story where it didn't feel like that until the post-credit?
I mean, honestly, to me, this delivered Anthony Mackie as Captain America for me and solidified it because he was fighting that the whole time through the whole series, through the earlier movies he might have been in or whatever. Can he carry the shield? And in this one, they finally addressed it and he realized that he can.
Well, that's what he's always been having to fight, and then not just believing in himself, making everybody else believe in him. And so I thought he did.
Well, the line from
so I was invested in Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, and the line from Bucky, Steve was somebody that people looked up to. You're somebody that they aspire to be, and I thought that was really powerful. Look, if you don't have superpowers, you can't be a superhero. But he's somebody that is a normal person that people can aspire to be.
And the serum doesn't save everything because Steve Rogers lost people even though he had the serum.
Yeah, that was great that he said that as well. Yeah. All right, for me, I give it a 4.2 out of 5. Actually, from you asking that question, that's what I was going to say. Is that this is what it is, a stepping stone, and it sucked me in to believe in, Sam Wilson as the new Captain America and where he's going to take possibly the new Avengers here moving forward. So.
And real quick to add on to that before I forget, because I will, that last bit when he was talking to President Ross there at the raft, like that, I felt like that dialogue from Anthony Mackie when he was basically saying, what he said there, I feel like that was the final huge stamp of this is why Steve Rogers picked you as Captain America. Just because of that ending speech. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but that was for Sam, hey, Sam, right there. Yeah. If you needed to look in the mirror of why, that speech, along with many other things, is why.
4 for me.
Long, dramatic pause.
4 for me. Again, folks, when the movies come out, you see some bad reviews from some critics. Take it at face value. If it looks like something you want to go see it. And look, again, we watch these films because one, because we're fans, but two, this is what we do. But this was a movie that I feel like most people should have seen in the theaters if it's something that's within your budget. Because look, I think that for most of the Marvel and superhero type films. But again, a really good surprise for me. Had a lot of fun with it. I think it stands on its own as a pretty good movie. I think when we talk about Marvel films, everyone is kind of a setup for the next one.
They're all kind of connected.
Well, they are, but there's some that just feel like it's a
Iron Man 1 for me felt like it was and of course that's you're picking one of the OG first time we saw a real superhero movie. But this was a great film.
Yeah, 3-5 for me. And to kind of piggyback off I know you guys mentioned the bad reviews and whatnot. I know we also get why the fuck are you watching this? It's well,
I want to see for myself.
We want to form our own opinion. I mean, prime example, you two really loved Kraven.
Yeah,
and
Kraven was awesome.
Remember some people really hating the shit out of that.
Oh,
that movie
really?
Was great. Aaron Taylor Johnson
ripped up.
They shit
so
on
that's
it.
prime example. So when people are why are you guys watching this? It's hey, that's cool that you hate it. you have every right to hate whatever this is.
Absolutely.
That's your choice. But we also need to form an opinion and not just, oh, well, this person hated me. I ain't watching it.
Yeah.
Even though, like Saltburn, you know, well, I'll bring that one up again.
I
Even though
almost forgot.
some totally did not like it, but they wanted to watch the reaction. Some absolutely loved it. That's why it's so great that entertainment is subjective. So 3-5 for me. Again, not a bad flick.
All right, there you have it. There was Captain America. Brave New World. We cannot wait for the next one. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, you guys liked it as much as we did. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Good night now, pals.